Hey everyone, welcome back to Biz Exchange. I'm Michelle Brown, your coach and your mentor. And today I want to talk to you guys about the new WOSB certification process. Now, the new process is set up in the new Beta.Certify.SBA.gov. You guys know they're combining everything, although we may not be happy with some parts of Beta.sam. The fact of the matter is that's what's happening, so we have to make sure that everything is correct and up to date. So if you're already certified, don't worry. You can log in to your certification under WOSB and make sure that if you need to update, that you do that by going over to beta.certify.SBA.gov. In fact, when you log in, it'll take you right into the new system. So here's part one. And then following part one, there's part two. So listen up and make sure you have your documentation correct. Hey you guys, before we get into this video, I just want to remind you, I know government contracting can be somewhat challenging, but don't forget, you have Ask Michelle B. Just click on the link in the comment section to ask me a question. I will respond to you personally, and I will also put it out to the audience for everyone because most of the time we all have the same questions, or it's a question that's probably going to come up during your government contracting journey. Ask me anything you want to know anytime. And please don't forget to subscribe.
Once you have created an account and claimed the business, the next step is to complete the SBA Basic Eligibility questions, which should automatically populate on the screen during your first login. Basic eligibility includes confirming the primary NAICS code data pulled from SAM and the firm's business size. For confirming the size, you need to provide the firm's size details, such as the number of employees or annual revenue, for the number of years your firm has been in business. On providing the details, the application runs the standard check and confirms if you're considered small in accordance with the size standards and eligible for government contracting. If the firm's business size does not meet the standards set by NAICS, then the firm is not eligible for the SBA Small Business Program. If you do meet all of the eligibility requirements, after completing the questionnaire, you will be redirected to the dashboard, where you can start creating the WOSB or EDWOSB application. In applying for the WOSB or EDWOSB program, you must first decide if you will be completing the application or if you will be assigning a delegate to complete it on your behalf. A delegate is a person enabled by the applicant to input responses and documents on the applicant's behalf. However, the applicant is directly responsible and must complete the application's attestation questions and electronically sign the application before submission. You can assign a delegate one of two ways. Once you create the WOSB application, the portal displays the option to add a delegate, or you can add a delegate in the application overview page. We are going to walk through adding a delegate to a new application from the dashboard. Click New Application in the dashboard. Select Yes for the question, are you assigning a delegate for this application? Click the Assign Delegate button. Fill in the delegate's information, their first name, last name, and email. Click the Send Invitation to Collaborate button. If you ever need to update the delegate's information, enable or disable the delegate, or send reminders, do so by selecting the down arrow icon next to their status. Choose the appropriate option. However, if you are happy with the addition of the delegate you have input, go ahead and select Next. The system will send an invitation to the delegate's email address, inviting him or her to collaborate. The invited delegate receives an email for notification of collaboration. They will log in to the Beta.Certify.SBA.gov portal by clicking the link in his or her email. Upon logging in, he or she shall find the application in their dashboard. They can start providing the responses and documents for the questionnaire on the applicant's behalf. However, the applicant is directly responsible and must complete the application's attestation questions and electronically sign the application before submission. At this point, either yourself or an assigned delegate acting on your behalf will complete the next steps. The next step of the process in submitting the application is verifying the woman's ownership and eligibility. To do so, confirm your responses from the basic eligibility questionnaire. If you need to change any of these answers, you may do so by selecting the Edit Responses button. In order to be eligible to apply, the woman-owned small business has to meet the following eligibility criteria. At least 51% owned and controlled by one or more women who are U.S. citizens. Ownership must be direct and not subject to conditions. A woman or women must manage the day-to-day operations and provide verifying documents. If you would like to apply for EDWOSB, you must meet the eligibility criteria of the WOSB program and meet the criteria for the EDWOSB program. The eligibility criteria can be found under the Prepare tab on the home page at Beta.Certify.SBA.gov. To complete the ownership portion of the application, navigate to the Application Overview page and click Ownership. The portal will display a declaration of statements. Read through this information and click the Accept button. Now you should see the Women Ownership Questionnaire. For the question, are you 51% owned and controlled by one or more economically disadvantaged women? Choose Yes to proceed to the EDWOSB application. Alternatively, choose No to continue to the WOSB application. For both the WOSB and EDWOSB program, you need to confirm your firm ownership by answering the following questions, providing written explanations, and uploading documents if necessary. Then proceed to confirm your direct ownership. If you have direct ownership, then select Yes and proceed. Alternatively, if the firm is owned by another business entity, provide a written explanation within the comment box and upload supporting documentation for the other business entity. After confirming the firm ownership, you need to answer a few questions related to your business type and should provide the requested supporting documents corresponding to your business type. These documents verify your eligibility for the WOSB or EDWOSB program and correspond with the required documents per the Prepare page you may have navigated to from the menu bar on the home page. After completing the questionnaire related to ownership, the summary page is displayed with your answers for confirmation. If you need to change any of these answers, you may do so by selecting Change Answer. After confirmation, hit Submit and proceed to the next card. You may also be interested in applying with existing qualified certifications. These certifications include 8A certification, TPC certification, and CVE certification. The portal allows for the attaching of any one of these certificates. To begin, navigate to the Application Overview page. Click the Existing Qualified Certifications link. If you are an EDWOSB applicant, it directs you to the 8A certification section. Otherwise, it directs you to the TPC certification page. Please go through the questionnaire, continuing to select Next after inputting your responses. Once you have completed all of the questions, you will proceed to the summary page. Please confirm your responses. If you need to change any answer, please select Change Answer. Otherwise, click Submit. If you are an EDWOSB applicant with an 8A certification, you will automatically be taken to the privacy statement to begin the attestation and submission. Likewise, if you are a WOSB applicant with third-party certification, you will automatically be taken to the privacy statement to begin the attestation and submission process. The attestation and submission will be reviewed later in the training. You may be required to complete additional cards, such as the Control Card, Individual Contributors Card, or EDWOSB Financials Card. These will populate on the application page upon completing the existing qualified certification. The next section verifies the firm's eligibility for the WOSB or EDWOSB program by verifying the applicant's control over the business. Please select Control from the application overview page. These ownership control questions are displayed one by one for applicants to respond and upload supporting documents. Please respond to the questionnaire and select Next once you have responded to each question. Once complete, the summary page shows the responses provided for your verification and confirmation. If you need to change any of these answers, you may do so by selecting Change Answer. After confirmation, hit Submit at the bottom of the page and proceed to the next card. Now you may find the Economic Disadvantage card in the application overview page to be completed. Please select Economic Disadvantage from the application overview page. To qualify as an economically disadvantaged business within the Women's Contracting Program, you should upload the required tax documents and documentation confirming your net worth and assets. You may also be required to provide financial documentation for a WOSB application if you have not previously been certified. Please go through the questionnaire, responding to each question and uploading documents where required. Select Next at the bottom of each section to proceed.